Greetings, YouTube. A couple things before we get started. I wanted to apologize for not posting a video last week, but unfortunately I ran into some technical difficulties while recording and ended up not recording. And unfortunately I saved the game, which means that I couldn't go back and try and redo it, so instead I had to start over from the beginning, and that's what this file currently is. Now, as soon as I'm done and get caught up to the previous file, I will just switch over to the first one, just so this is going to be the only part that'll actually have this secondary file. Another thing is that I am using the Xbox controller instead of the PC controls, just because I want to test it out. I did it a little bit, and I seem to like it more. It just seems more, I don't know, natural, probably just because I played on PlayStation 2 and the Wii and yada yada yada, and just a third-person game with keyboard and mouse just seemed a little bit, I don't know, foreign to me. So I guess if you guys prefer me to do the PC controls, like a true PC master race yada yada, then I guess I could try it, and you can watch me blunder over and over again. More so than I already am doing. That's besides the point. So anyways, just basically, this part will be featuring a secondary file, so obviously my inventory will look slightly different. But other than that, I will switch to the original file and we'll be good to go. So, sorry for the technical difficulties, and hopefully now we should have more frequent videos if all goes according to plan. So starting off, we are exactly where we left off, inside this little shed inside the farm area. First things first, gonna hop over here and grab this blue note. And basically what it talks about is the medallions. And there are actually 15 spread across two different areas. And obviously this farm is the first one, because you can see one right there that I'm trying to get in my sights. There we go. So we got 1 out of 15. Now, there are 7 in this area, 8 in the next area that we'll see them in. And there is a reward for getting 10 of them. And eventually we'll get to that part. But if you actually collect all 15, you get an added bonus to that little prize. So, oops. So it's best to collect all 15 just because it's free stuff. Come on. It only costs you 5 extra bullets as long as your aim is good. So as you saw there, I accidentally reloaded when I did not mean to reload. So, whoops. Once again, just control issues, etc., me getting used to them. The reason why I shot the medallion in the shed was so that way only the one guy who is normally right there comes after me. Sometimes when I do it outside of that little shed, this guy over here will come after me as well, so and I don't like that. So we'll just shoot him down. One thing that you can do is you can actually kind of lure him over to that fence and make him hop across it and then just knife him as he's going across. But that's a little risky just because he'll throw his axe at you and you'll probably not be able to dodge it. You can like knife and shoot him out of the air, but sometimes that requires good reaction speed, which I occasionally do not have. Anyways, that barrel just smashed always has an incendiary grenade in it, and this is the only medallion that I know of. I mean, I haven't tested it, but I'm pretty sure it's the only one that you can actually knife. So moving on. Oh, egg! Cool. I got some chicken eggs. So as you saw there, they obviously heal, but they only take 1 spot in your inventory. Next we'll head over here, so we don't forget it. This little medallion thing. If you don't shoot this little block right here, it'll fall straight in the well and it'll actually decrease its value. Yet somehow a bullet doesn't decrease its value in the slice. Game logic. Anyways, it is possible to shoot the medallion then immediately grab it before it hits the well, but that requires like really good timing, so I'd rather not risk it. Give this guy some money. So now we're gonna head up here. We're actually gonna head up here because there's another guy, and he's just being kick. As you can see, this is a really effective way of taking things on one-on-one. Aim for the head or the knee, and then just kick him and knife him. So as you can see, there's this guy, and this guy is lag evil because he does that. He'll almost always throw his axe before starting to climb up the ladder. So what we want to do is knife him. Takes 1 damage from the knife, falls, takes a little bit more damage. I don't know how much, and then we can just probably knife him to death from here. That should be all the enemies in the area, so now we'll just kind of do our loot grabbing. Got some random money amounts in that box. Got a spinal, whatever you want to call it. Another barrel containing nothing. It's random, so I got nothing. Some money, and 2 more barrels, which also are random. We got money and nothing. So now heading back out here, we're going to collect some more of the medallions. There's actually one all the way up here attached to the roof. I want to know how they put them there, but whatever. Got another one up here. So that puts us at 4. So there's 3 more in this area. So that's that. Hey, another chicken egg. Oh, it's disappearing. And that's another thing, is that items, as you can see, disappear with time if they're dropped by enemies. So if you don't grab them fast enough, then they're gone forever, and it sucks to suck. So we got one more up here. Let's see if I can get this right. There we go. That's 5 out of 15. Nearly there. Now we're going to go back up here, climb up here. And this will have handgun bullets. Ta-da! It's like I knew. Jump over here, and nearly done. Got our final 2 medallions over here. Do those real quick. So we got this one that's kind of rotating, piece of cake. We got one that's all the way over there, and it's actually out of bounds, technically. But not that big of a deal. Probably, I missed. Once again, I was spoiled by the Wii, so I could just aim perfectly from that distance and just get it real quick. But with controllers and whatnot, it's a lot more. When it's not me aiming it directly, then I guess it's very shaky. Random nothing. I am not getting good RNG. Jeez. Anyways, another nothing, but this will contain a spinel. So, yay spinel. At least I got that much. Heading back up here, one more thing to collect before we move on to the next area. And that is actually by dropping down right here. This will be our first experience with items that can be combined. So we have the beer stein. We're eventually going to find 3 things called cat's eyes, which can be put into the beer stein, increasing its value more than the others, them individually, basically. Well, let's just do a quick check, see if we got any more eggs from our lovely chickens. Nope, negatory. Alright, so we're going to move on into an area that I'm actually a little bit worried about. Once again, spoiled by the Wii. Wow, fast load time. Anyways, spoiled by the Wii, so it's going to be interesting. Let's organize our inventory real quick, just because I'm anal about that. And one thing about this area that I actually prefer doing... Oh, and I learned how to rotate things, both on the computer controls, because I googled it, and through the Xbox controls. Well, let's see, what button am I going to have to press? Oh no, a boulder! Oh, that's an X, not an A, okay. So as you can see, this boulder is just conveniently rolling through branches, not breaking any of them, just kind of phasing through them. Yay, graphics. And, okay. Then you dodge it, and it conveniently breaks, and the pieces disappear. Now, there's 2 guys up there. They don't drop down. They don't... You can't get whatever they drop if they do drop anything, so I just ignore them. So there we go. Another spinel. Another spinel. Some bats. And you can watch his head actually turn to the bats. And so here we go. Once again, spoiled by the Wii, so my aiming for this is going to be atrocious. But with the Wii, you were actually able to shoot these dynamites out of their hand, make them blow up immediately. And I could even do the guy in the house and whatnot. And no, not that way, just blow them up. It's so shaky. Okay, I'm gonna take a risk. He wasn't supposed to run like that. Alright. And then the bats are getting loud and noisy. Anyways, there's a tripwire right here. But you also heard some being thrown. There's another dynamite guy over there. And he throws a trip. Oh, I missed. Not good. Alright. Another thing, too, is that the Wii also... I'll take that. I will take that. Spinel and random item. So the Wii also auto-aims onto the dynamite sticks, which makes it easier for everyone. Oh, we blew up the tripwires that were over here. So as you saw, there was someone throwing something. There he is. So we blew him up. But bit worried about the one guy I missed, so we're gonna have to keep an eye out for him. Because once again, I always... Oh! They both jumped in there. Okay. I believe they just killed everyone. There might still be one guy in there that was in the... that's in the other room. Money, money, money. So there might still be one guy here. Nope. Okay, he blew up too. Cool. This is almost perfect. Heard something rustling. Probably just background noise, ambiance, and whatnot to create this spooky environment. Anyways, so I mentioned the cat's eyes earlier. And there we go. There's a red one inside of a bird's nest. That's one thing you gotta look out for. Bird's nests contain items in them, obviously. Well, actually, no, I guess I shouldn't say obviously, because that's not obvious in the slightest. But they're there for a purpose. And they're always in the same spot every time, and almost always the contents of them are the exact same. So I'm going to get all the ones that I'm pretty sure I know where all of them are. So now normally I wish I had 2 more bullets, but instead we'll use a shotgun. And I actually got rid of both, so I guess I was 2 for the price of 1. Anyways, the reason why I'm not reloading is because we're going to basically get a clip for free, so there's no point in wasting your ammo. So basically, if you make it to this final part without having to reload, then awesome. More power to you. Cutscene, we're going to skip. And that is the end of the first subchapter. So let's see, we got 93% accuracy and 37 enemies killed. So I'm not going to save just to be on the safe side. Ha 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 ha. Anyways.
Feeble.
And then a dodge. Ooh. There we go. Skipping all the cutscenes. Basically, during cutscenes, there will be certain action sequences where you have to press a button to save your life, or you instantly die. And that was one of them, and they become very frequent in the future. And then there's one part where it's just nothing but those action sequences, and you can't skip it. So that'll be fun. But here we have...
Over here.
Mystery guy. He can talk. In English, no doubt. So anyways, once again, still not reloading. Just gonna explore this area. Hey, green herb. Cool. Didn't need it. I don't think I've taken, like, I think I took 1 damage during the town scene, and that's about it. So this is the merchant. Let's actually see the merchant. This is the merchant. Frame rate drop. Anyways, he buys and sells goods. Not services, but goods. Unless you'd call upgrades a service. But basically you can upgrade your weapons, you can buy new weapons, you can sell your treasures, everything through him. And he appears multiple times in the game, thank God.
What are you buying? What are you
start by
selling?
We picked up some rifle ammo that's always there. I don't use it, so I'm just going to sell it.
Is that all?
Me being my nitpicky self, I always keep 1 of each type of grenade. And usually no more, no less. I keep my healing items as long as possible. Spinels, you should have 7, so we'll sell all those. The pearl pendant, that was the... what we got that it was above the dirty well. Don't sell the cat's eye, don't sell the beer stein. Want to keep both of those.
What are you
so we'll buy
buying? Is that all?
And now we have a bigger inventory. We'll actually move on.
What are you buying?
We'll start with this. So the handgun I mentioned don't want to reload because by increasing the capacity, we now get a full free clip of ammo. So, I mean, it's 13 bullets, which could be good or bad depending on your accuracy. Reload speed, make it reload faster. Firing speed, make it shoot faster. And firepower. Now, the reason that it's got the 1.2 for the firepower is it's basing it completely... All the points are based around the initial handgun firing power. That is the 1.0, that is basically the standard, so things are going to be either higher or greater. So like shotgun is 4.0, so each shot is 4 times the strength of handgun, though that varies depending on how close or far away the enemy is, just because shotguns.
Is that all?
Capacity of that.
Thank you.
So that means full clip of ammo for that as well. Firepower, stronger, and reload speed.
Thank you.
We actually got all of our guns upgraded. Not buying the rifle just because it's not really needed at this point, honestly. The handgun's perfectly capable
What are you
of sniping if you
buying?
got the right aiming. Or not. One thing we probably will be grabbing soon is the TMP, just because that is... It's good to start collecting ammo now, because honestly, I find it to be one of the best guns early game for bosses. Just because it just does damage. It just wrecks. So one final thing before we come to a close, because we've actually reached the same part that I was at in my original file. So we'll just organize the inventory, even though it's not really necessary, because hopefully I won't have to return to this file. There we go. So that is what our inventory looks like now. We'll switch over to our key treasures, and we'll actually combine the Beerstein with the cat's eye. So now you can see that it says Beerstein with R, obviously meaning red. You can actually see it right there. Oh, can't control the rotation. Oh well. So anyways, so that's pretty much it. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, going back to the blue medallions, is that through the map, you can actually see where the medallions are on the map. Now, obviously, this was where we're in the farm area, and it would have had all the blue dots for there, so we got 7 out of 15, yada yada, etc., etc. Don't want to show too much of that, though, because spoilers, even though if you're going to continue watching this series, you're going to see it, but I digress. So hopefully this recorded correctly and everything went fine with this one. So we shall save this as file 3, just in case it didn't. But that's pretty much going to be it. I'm going to try and make a couple more videos to make up for my mistake last week. So hopefully you enjoyed watching this and feel like continue watching. I shall see you guys next time.